Peace and love, everybody. Salute, y'all. Salute. Had to come by and definitely talk about my girl, the GWOAT, Claressa Shields, who definitely has her fight going down tonight. And I'm so excited for this matchup. Claressa never ceases to astound me. She is absolutely a warrior woman. She is so accomplished, so well versed. Her head is on her shoulders straight. She is laser focused and super passionate about the sport of boxing. And this is why I rocks with her so heavy. From an Olympian to a world champion, and now attacking a wonderful feat at seeking to accomplish a world heavyweight championship. Girl, you better go on with your goddamn bad self. What? Let's motherfucking go, Claressa. I'm super excited for her. She is absolutely wonderful, and I cannot wait to see her put on a spectacular show tonight. She is not called the GWOAT for no reason, okay? I see, over social media, her having to check a little bit of, Amanda Serrano at the press conference, her having to recheck Katie Taylor, okay? Having to recheck Miss Alicia Baumgardner, okay? Because people got amnesia, apparently, in the women's boxing world. I believe Amanda Serrano tried to call herself the GWOAT, and she's like, boo-boo, there's only one of them, and that's me. I hold this shit down. You go over there. You go find your little merry way over there. But the GWOAT shit, that's me. That's my turf. And I love absolutely every bit of it. So yes, Mrs. GWOAT Shields is going to be on DAZN tonight for her fight. Make sure y'all tune in to watch that. It's definitely live on DAZN. And she will be making her heavyweight debut against Vanessa Jones. And this is going to be for the World Heavyweight Championship title, which is wonderful. Now, Claressa has stepped up not one, but two weight classes to solidify GWOAT status once again for the bitches in the back. Okay? I'm so excited for the queen. She is such a dominant force in the sport. And real talk, I really don't see where she is shown the respect that is due to her. The partisan in the boxing world surrounding Claressa is very quite peculiar to me. And it seems to be sourced within, different levels of expectation, possibly different levels of judgments, ones that aren't necessarily stipulated upon other female fighters. And it's possibly because she is so accomplished that we could say that she is at the forefront of all types of scrutiny and things like that because of her level of success, because of all of her accomplishments are far beyond and far exceed the other women in the sport, that she is kind of pedestalized in a way where, obviously with that would come a certain level of scrutiny. However, I do feel that there are a lot of perceptions of her that are contrived, and that kind of tap into myriad levels of partisan. And one of the ways I found this to be so was really evinced within, I would say, the promotion. I really don't know why I didn't see a level, I guess, of adamance behind the promotion of this fight from several boxing media outlets for the final presser that she had. I believe only Fight Hype covered that. Okay, that's all that I saw when I looked it up and when I, took a glance. I did not see Seconds Out. I did not see Fight Hub and all the other big stations that we can name. Fight Hype was the only one that was there and that covered the presser. Why that is, I have no idea. It's very vague. It's very unclear to me. I don't understand why that would be the case for the face of women's boxing. It makes no sense to me. And even though the fight is on DAZN, I went on the DAZN site and I also went on their YouTube page and I saw that they did not stream it, the live presser, as they normally do for big fights. I'm not sure why there hasn't been much pressure applied on their end. I don't know what the case is with that. I don't know if that's a promotional thing that she has to deal with, or, her management team or whatever is going on there. But the fight is definitely worthy of coverage. This is a significant fight in women's boxing, and it's quite a shame that it didn't have the surrounding elements of all the accoutrements that we would associate and attribute to a big heavyweight fight. And that's just real talk. Like, the woman is fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world and is attempting to become a 5-division world champion, you guys. I mean, where the fuck is the respect on Claressa's name? I mean, people are actively trying to bypass the respect on her name. It's bizarre to me. And it really is multi-layered, the factors that are at play here. Because the reality is that there is a range, an assortment of elements at work here. And they all tie to all types of biases and partisans against Claressa and just against what she represents as a whole. Okay? Politics and boxing tied in and meshed with cultural biases, just equals a whole fiasco. And I think a lot of that is definitely at play here. Now, let's not forget, Claressa is a dominant Black woman. Okay, not only that, but an unapologetic Black woman who is one of the most accomplished athletes in the entire sport. We'd be fools to pretend that she isn't being intentionally overlooked, intentionally downplayed, or unheeded, specifically because of her stance and her disinterest, moreover. Okay? In pandering to or cost-setting perceptions of womanhood that do not allow typically the expression of Black femininity that isn't myopically tied to European ideals. That just has to be on the table. We just got to keep it a stack about that. Because this is a very real, concrete element at work here. Okay? Claressa's around the way girl. Okay? I am talking to. We know Claressa Shields. Okay? She is of our culture. Okay? We know exactly who she is. We got cousins like her. We're like her. We got mamas like her, sisters like her. Men done had women like her. All types of things. She is us. Okay? Why is there always this need to, when speaking about Claressa Shields, address her or associate her or, any type of language surrounding her has to also be followed by, something apologetic, something that she has to, clean up about herself, or nip and tuck, particular characteristics that are uniquely and distinctly associated with Black culture, Black expression. She's really expected to jettison that culture. She's expected to jettison those traits. It's insane to me. And not only is that typically, the mainstream overview and the widespread perception via the master narrative, if you will, the predominant narrative, but it's from us. It's from Black people directly who have these views and who perpetuate and put these expectations on her. That those traits that she has that are uniquely Black, that are distinctly our own, should be jettisoned, should be bypassed, should be, substituted for something else, which is not Black, which is AKA to say not too Black would be more feminine, which she apparently is not enough of. And that's very problematic to me. So when I speak about the multidimensional, multifaceted aspects and elements at work and at play that cater to a narrative and that uphold partisan against her level of output, her level of beauty, all types of expectations, weird associations. This is what I am speaking of. Okay, it is not only a mainstream narrative, but it is a mainstream narrative, definitely, but it is one that is upheld by people of our culture against her. And it's very, very interesting to me. Claressa, has nothing to apologize for. Okay, just in the same way that she has nothing to quote unquote clean up about herself. Okay, she is a consummate professional. She is a champion. She is a two-time gold medalist. Okay, and she has achieved things unprecedented in women's boxing. Put your respect on her name. Period. I definitely want to see more of the boxing world stand behind her and in support of her because she is certainly deserving of it, and especially from our culture. I want to see our culture rally up behind Claressa definitely more passionately, more purposefully, and more intentionally because she needs the support and she is basically the only one that we've got to the level that we've got her in women's boxing, and she needs all the support that she can get. Okay, she is a powerful woman. She is a lioness of a woman, but she also needs our support. Unfortunately, I see a lot of people out here afraid because that's really what it is. They hide behind excuses that she's, too talkative or too bold or not cute or demure enough, and I just can't stand that type of language. I really can't because it's all folly, all of it. And this is precisely why Claressa finds herself having to be the first everything in women's boxing. Precisely why she has to be the first to break through and penetrate beyond the myopically set barriers against women in the sport, and most essentially, against Black women in the sport. The people who are out here admonishing her for, I don't know, not looking like some white lily or something, are the ones who don't give a fuck, quite frankly, about the next Black woman who is coming behind Claressa. They are not thinking bigger. They are not thinking on that level. They are not thinking about the next Black woman, the one who may also be disinterested in indulging in all sorts of disparaging anti-Black narratives that aim to diminish Black beauty, Black power, and Black femininity. And we've spoken about this in the past. I've stated in a previous commentary on this issue of femininity and the aspects of that and how Black femininity is demonized, weaponized, belittled if it is found to be coming across too strongly, if it does not coalesce or assuage those outdated perceptions of modesty or being humble. The humble woman. You got to humble yourself in front of the world and just be pretty. You know what I'm saying? And then there's the alternative to that. If you're not this demure little petal, you know what I'm saying? There's the expectation that you just completely whore yourself out. One has to whore one's self out for that type of acceptance. Be an Instagram hoe for a day or a couple of days. You'll get some followers, right? It's sick. It's really, really sick, the stipulations placed on femininity and Black femininity and the things that a lot of women take the route of doing for the sake of viewership or recognition. And even though such mindsets and perceptions permeate women's boxing and the sport as a whole for women, it stands to be increasingly ignominious for Black women because already we are viewed as subpar, as substandard in our beauty, in our behavior, in our cultural expression and output, and everything else. And with that comes a dangerous need for Black women to easily be swept up in the notion that they must adhere to such standards, that they must be exploitative of their own beauty, their own assets, their own whatever it is that they have. It's a very dangerous, complicated situation. But perhaps that would need its own video to discuss further. But it's precisely definitely the reason why I have so much reverence for Claressa Shields, because she doesn't fall into those traps. She's very much the captain of her own ship, and she's very much, about her business and standing on that business and presenting herself in the best light possible that she finds suitable. And it's 1000% about her achieving legacy for herself in the line of the great, beautiful, giant Black ancestors, Black predecessors who have done it great before her. She is standing on their shoulders, and I 100,000% salute that. Her level of sportsmanship is on 1,000. She is taking names. She is checking lists. Okay. She is doing what she needs to do. And a lot of these boxers need to take a page out of her book. Okay. She makes no bones about the opponents that she wants. She done called out names at her press conference. Okay. She established her energy in the place. And she says, yo, you think you can knock me off the block? Come try it. Come try it. And I love that. We need that heart and we need that warriorship in the sport of women's boxing and men's boxing alike. Also, let's not forget, you guys, femininity is multiplicitous, as I stated in our previous commentary, okay, some time ago. It's multiplicitous. It is the most flexible thing on the planet, okay? And most notably, Black womanhood is definitely that because it is the first femininity that we can speak to on the planet of humankind. Okay? Yes, I went there and I always will go there because it's facts. Okay? Black women can walk on water while tying their baby shoes after bleeding for 7 days. Okay? We are dynamic. That is our superpower. Please miss me with all the categories and limiting associations to European ideology and standards and mindsets and views. Miss me with all of that. All right? That's their thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. But that's not us. We have our own. And ours is plentiful and beautiful and thick and replete with experience, with beauty, with wisdom, with knowledge, and with culture. Let's uphold and create our own ideologies and live by those standards. Let the world move over for Black femininity, for Black masculinity, Black grace, and Black excellence. Yeah, some adjustments should be made because we got a lot. Oh yeah, a hell of a lot. On that note, shouts out to the GWOAT, the Queen Claressa Shields. I'm definitely looking forward to tonight's fight. I cannot wait to see that dog, that lioness, that mastership, and that magic at work in the ring. I know she's going to show up and show out. She is in Detroit, so she's definitely going to put on for her city and rep. 1,000%. I am expecting this W. Let's get this work done, Queen. Salute. Peace.